Have you ever wondered what it really takes to live beyond 100? What do the oldest people in the world know that the rest of us don't? Is it just good genetics? Or is there something more? Something within our control? Could the food we eat each day be the true secret to a longer, healthier life? Imagine waking up at 105 years old, not only alive, but thriving. Walking, laughing, gardening, even dancing. What if the real fountain of youth is sitting right on your plate? Around the globe, there are hidden pockets where centenarians, people who live past 100, aren't the exception, but the norm. They live in places we call blue zones, and they all share a few simple habits, especially when it comes to their daily diet. So what exactly are they eating every single day? And how can you bring these ancient longevity secrets into your own kitchen? Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll walk away with a daily eating plan backed by the world's longest living people. Let's dive deep into what's really on the menu for the planet's healthiest elders. First, we head to Okinawa, Japan, a place famous not only for its serene landscapes, but for having one of the highest populations of centenarians on Earth. The Okinawan diet is surprisingly simple, yet powerfully effective. Their plates are colorful, plant-heavy, and incredibly rich in nutrients. Sweet potatoes, yes, sweet potatoes, are the absolute cornerstone of their diet. In fact, they consume them almost daily. But not the sugary, butter-drenched versions many of us are used to. Instead, they eat a purple variety that's loaded with anthocyanins, powerful antioxidants that help fight inflammation and oxidative stress. They also eat tofu regularly, sometimes twice a day. Not the processed kind, but fresh, handmade tofu, often served in soups or salads. It's light, protein-rich, and contains plant compounds called isoflavones, which are linked to heart health and reduced risk of certain cancers. Alongside tofu and sweet potatoes, they consume a wide variety of leafy greens, seaweed, bitter melon, and fermented foods like miso, all of which contribute to gut health, reduced inflammation, and long-term vitality. What's fascinating is that Okinawans follow a principle called hara hachi bu, which means they stop eating when they are 80% full. That small shift alone helps prevent overeating and reduces metabolic strain on the body. Now let's fly across the globe to Sardinia, Italy, another blue zone where people routinely live into their hundreds. And no, they're not living off pizza and pasta alone. The Sardinian diet is rooted in fresh, homegrown vegetables, legumes, whole grains, and modest servings of meat, usually from animals they raise themselves. Their meals include a daily dose of hearty minestrone soup, filled with beans, barley, tomatoes, onions, fennel, and olive oil. It's a slow-cooked dish passed down through generations and eaten almost every day. Sardinians also enjoy sourdough bread, made from ancient grains and natural fermentation. This kind of bread is lower in gluten and easier to digest, promoting better gut health. Pecorino cheese, made from the milk of grass-fed sheep, is eaten regularly and contains high levels of omega-3 fatty acids. And wine? Yes, they drink it daily, but in moderation. A glass of Cannonau wine, rich in polyphenol, is usually shared with friends or family during meals. It's not just the wine, though. It's the connection, the ritual, the joy of dining together. In Nicoya, Costa Rica, the diet is remarkably humble, built around what locals call the Three Sisters: corn, beans, and squash. Black beans are a staple food here, eaten in nearly every meal. They're slow-cooked with garlic, onions, and a pinch of salt. Not only are black beans rich in plant-based protein and fiber, but they also contain resistant starch, which feeds good bacteria in the gut. Squash, especially varieties like chayote, is another favorite. And corn? It's made into handmade tortillas, usually cooked fresh daily over open flames. What's truly unique about Nicoyans is how they use food as medicine. They consume tropical fruits like papaya, guava, and banana daily, packed with vitamins, minerals, and digestive enzymes. Fresh herbs like cilantro and oregano are added to most dishes, and sugar intake is kept to an absolute minimum. Most meals are cooked at home, from scratch, with ingredients often harvested from their own backyards. In Korea, Greece, people not only live long, but live well with almost no rates of dementia or chronic disease. Their diet closely resembles the Mediterranean diet, but with a few twists. Wild greens forage from the hills, herbal teas made from dried mountain plants, and loads of legumes like lentils, chickpeas, and black-eyed peas are daily staples. Icarians consume these foods in stews, slow-cooked in olive oil, and seasoned with garlic, lemon, and herbs. They also eat a lot of potatoes and goat's milk and drink red wine in moderation, just like Sardinians. Breakfasts here are often light, perhaps a piece of sourdough bread with honey and a cup of sage or chamomile tea. Lunches are bigger, centered around vegetables, beans, and olive oil. Dinners are small, sometimes just fruit, bread, and tea. And what's more, they eat slowly, savoring every bite, often with friends and family. Loma Linda, California, might seem like an outlier, but it's home to one of the longest living populations in the United States, the Seventh-day Adventists. Their longevity is heavily tied to lifestyle and diet. Most are vegetarian or vegan, avoiding meat and processed foods altogether. Their plates are full of legumes, whole grains, nuts, seeds, and a wide array of fruits and vegetables. They eat oatmeal with berries and flax seeds for breakfast, lentil soup with whole grain bread for lunch, and steamed vegetables with tofu or brown rice for dinner. Almonds are a common snack, eaten daily for heart health and sustained energy. They also drink lots of water, get regular sunlight, and rarely consume caffeine or alcohol. Their meals are timed earlier in the day, allowing for better metabolic function and improved sleep quality. Across all these blue zones, one thing is clear: longevity isn't about strict diets or miracle supplements. It's about consistency, balance, and simplicity. It's about nourishing your body with whole foods, mostly plants, and enjoying meals with others. It's about slow, mindful eating, fueling your body in a way that promotes healing, energy, and resilience. So how can you apply these lessons to your life? Start by making small, sustainable changes. Maybe you swap out one processed meal for a fresh, plant-based dish. Try adding beans or lentils to your daily meals. Cook more at home. Eat with others when you can. Focus on whole, natural foods, things that grow in the ground, not things that come from a factory. Think of food not just as fuel, but as a tool for longevity. Avoid ultra-processed snacks. Cut back on sugar. Use herbs and spices to flavor your meals instead of salt and additives. Eat slowly. And most importantly, listen to your body. Eat until you're satisfied, not stuffed. These aren't trends. They're time-tested habits practiced by real people who have lived through a century of change and still get up every morning with purpose, gratitude, and strength. So what will you eat tomorrow? Will it be something that feeds your cravings or something that feeds your future? You now have the blueprint, the daily dishes, the real-world examples, the secrets that have stood the test of time. Now it's up to you. Thank you for watching. If you found this video inspiring or helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more content on health, wellness, and living your best life. Share this with someone you care about because the secret to a longer life might just be one meal away. Until next time, take care, eat well, and live long.